watching the skies, hoping for the best but expecting the worst. Are you gonna drop the bomb or not?
Hey class, what happened in 1863?
Yo, touch your stomach in, fat guy.
Davey, why are you sleeping? This was 1863. I whooped Davis's behind. Dear Lord, baby Jesus. Dear Lord, baby Jesus in sweatpants, please let me not lose my job over Dallas not passing this year.
Hey, Jack. What's up? Yeah, meet me in this Michelin room.
These kids. I can't do it.
What was that fatty talking about anyway?
I don't know, something about 1863. Hey, didn't the Giants win the Super Bowl that year?
There's no way, they suck.
Yeah, I know, they're horrible. But anyways,
No.
you know, I think it was something called like Gettysburg.
No.
You ever heard of Gettysburg?
No.
It was like that famous battle like 45 minutes away from here. You know? First time he said anything interesting all year. Yo, have you ever heard of Ski Club? Ski Club? Have you heard of Ski Club?
I'm in Ski Club.
Yo, I'm president of Ski Club.
No way, I'm secretary.
Really? Well, there's this cool trip this next spring break called Utah, where we're gonna go to Utah on a plane, and we need 20 people to go on this trip. So I'd love it if you could get all of your friends to sign up for this cool trip.
Sometimes something beautiful happens in this world. You don't know how to express yourself, so you just gotta sing.
I'm so glad that class is over. That was the most boring class I've ever been in. PMASH really needs to step up his game. Oh, really? Gettysburg? That sounded like pretty interesting, right?
Not really.
Are you sure? I heard that was one of the most important battles in the Civil War. Well, aside from that. But, did you know at Gettysburg, it took 3 days, and a lot of the casualties were suffered by the Northerners?
That's unbelievable.
I know. I can't believe we live only 45 minutes away from where this famous battle happened. I think we should. You want to take a road trip, dude?
Road trip!
Yeah! Yo, I'm so excited for this Gettysburg thing, though. Let's go.
Alright, let's go right now.
But I want a slushie first.
Oh yeah, me too.
Time I'm the shit, boo. That's that nerve. You all about her and she all about hers. Her man Junior in this bitch on flamingos. And I did every day, but trust these hoes. See me on original. Nothing for you. Oh, these hoes ain't loyal. Whoa, these hoes ain't loyal. Just got rich. If a broke bitch, I can make a broke bitch rich. But I don't fuck a broke bitch slow. Got a white girl with some fake tits. To the bay with me. Just got rich. Took a broke bitch. I can make a broke bitch rich. But I don't want my broke bitches rich. When I reach the and you never can do nothing for it, no, nothing. Oh, these hoes ain't loyal. Oh, these hoes ain't loyal. Yeah, yeah. Rich young nigga. Name got bigger and my chains got bigger, so my chains got bigger. Ferrari, Jaguar, switching 4 lanes with the top down, screaming out, money ain't a thing. Me and CB in the bank with her. I send it back home so you can lay with it. Okay, let's talk about this ice that I'm carrying. All these cameras like I'm a fucking vegetarian. Shout out Weezy F, keep a red bone wet. Rose Rolex, hoes on deck. She know I got a check. Do it so good when she ride that dick. Man, I wouldn't trust that bitch. Nope.
Come on, girl, where you from? Baby, show me something. When I call her, she gon' leave. And about that bottom dollar, she gon' cheat. Come on, girl, where you from? Baby, show me something. You just spent your bread on her, and it's all for nothing. Where it's won't you, babe? And you never do nothing for you, nothing for you. These hoes ain't loyal. These hoes ain't loyal. Yeah. When a rich nigga want you, babe. And you never do nothing for you.
Hey, well if you guessing it's me, you guessed correctly. I just
The wheat field, peach orchard. I can't wait to learn more about this at Gettysburg.
I don't see how you can hate from outside of the club. You can't even get in. Leg out. Yellow model chick, yellow bottle sipping, yellow Lamborghini, yellow top missing. Yeah, that shit look like a toupee. I get what you get in 10 years, in 2 days. Ladies love me, I'm on my cool J. If you get what I get, what would you say? She wax it all off, Mr. Miyagi. And them suicide doors, Ari Kari. Look at me now, look at me now, oh. I'm getting paper, look at me now, oh. Look at me now, yeah. Fresh to the motherfucker. Little nigga bigger than gorilla, cause I'm killing every nigga that can try to be on my shit. Better cuff your chick.
On the morning of July, General Hill's army of the Confederacy started to attack Union flanks outside Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Pressing their attack long into the veteran troops of the Union First Corps, the lead element of the Army of the Potomac. As the battle raged on McPherson's Ridge, another Confederate corps under Richard E. Well arrived, threatening the Union right flank in an effort to seize high ground in the immediate vicinity. In an effort to seize high ground in the immediate vicinity, Jesse Barlow advanced his division of the 11th Corps to a knoll along the Harrisburg Road. The Federals, however, were spread too thin and their right flank was in the air. They were no match for their surging Confederates. Brigades under John B. Gordon and George Dole converged on Barlow's exposed position and after a brief fight, routed the Yankees. Seized the knoll and severely right. The Yankees made a few vain attempts to counter the Confederates' onslaught, but with little success. With forces now in possession of the right ground, most Union troops beat a hasty retreat through or around Gettysburg to the heights of the south of the town. What the hell is this guy doing?
Come on, Bryce, go.
But for,
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
the hell?
There he is. There he is, the guy who corrupted our video.
Confederates walking away from their loss.
Dude, look at him. Wow, dude. Run away from your problems. Or walk very slowly away from your problems. That's what you have to do. That's what you gotta do. There he goes. There he goes back to the pro shop to go cry about his life. He probably hates his life. just going back to the pro shop, and he looked over my way. So now I'm gonna pretend like I'm filming the scene. Yeah. There he is. Say one last goodbye to slow waddling man. Goodbye. Go back to the pro shop.
Holy shit!
Are we in Perry County right now? Yeah. I didn't know Perry County was just over the landscape.
The mountain is the separator.
Well, obviously.
In the car. Devil's Den is the name given to a ridge strewn with large boulders south of the town of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and about 500 yards west of Little Round Top on the battlefield of Gettysburg. The origin of the name is uncertain, and on July 2nd, 1863, the second day of the Battle of Gettysburg, the area around Devil's Den saw intense fighting as part of General Robert E. Lee's flank attacks. When Lieutenant General James Longstreet's Confederate Corps attacked the divisions of Major General Daniel Sickles, the 3rd Corps of the Army of the Potomac, some 5,500 Confederates from Major General John Bell Hood's division ultimately captured Devil's Den from 2,400 defenders drawn from Major General David Bell Barney's division. It was one of the few Southern successes in that day's fighting. Total casualty estimates are over 800 for the Union, more than 1,800 among the Confederates. There you go.
I really heard my
What did?
just doing all that.
Why?
Garrett, let me just read what I
on.
want to read. I want to read like this war was.
Davis, you
bullshit.
can't read.
I don't care.
This is too long.
I'm Floyd Mayweather with the book.
That's what your mother said.
Wait, here, you two, no. During the second day of the Battle of Gettysburg, July 2nd, 1863, Confederate General Robert E. Lee attempted to capitalize on his first day's success. He launched the Army of Northern Virginia in multiple attacks on the flanks of the Union Army of the Potomac, commanded by Major General George G. Meade. After a short delay to assemble his forces and avoid detection in his approach march, Lieutenant General James Longstreet attacked with his 1st Corps against the Union left flank. His division under Major General John Bell Hood attacked Little Round Top and Devil's Den. To Hood's left, Major General Lafayette McLaws attacked the wheat field and the peach orchard. Although neither prevailed, the Union 3 Corps was effectively destroyed as a combat organization as it attempted to defend a salient over too wide a front. General Meade rushed as many as 20,000 reinforcements from elsewhere in his line to resist these fierce assaults. The attacks in this sector concluded with an unsuccessful assault by the 3rd Corps division of Major General Richard H. Anderson against the Union center on Cemetery Ridge. That evening, Confederate 2nd Corps commander Lieutenant General Richard S. Ewell turned demonstrations against the Union right flank into full-scale assaults on Culp's Hill and East Cemetery Hill, but both were repulsed. The Union Army had occupied strong defensive positions and Meade handled his forces well, resulting in heavy losses for both sides but leaving the disposition of forces on both sides essentially unchanged. Lee's hope of crushing the Army of the Potomac on northern territory was dashed, but undaunted, he began to plan for the 3rd day of fighting. This article... Okay, cut.
Feel it coming in the air. Hear the screams from everywhere. I'm addicted.
Having caught the Federals off guard, General Robert E. Lee determined to attack the Army of the Potomac on July 2nd. General James Longstreet's newly arrived corps of infantry was marched south and attacked the Union. Exposed.
Having caught the Federals off guard, General Robert E. Lee determined to attack the Army of the Potomac on July 2nd. General James Longstreet's newly arrived corps of infantry was marched south and attacked the Union's exposed left flank on Cemetery Ridge. Longstreet, who disagreed with Lee's plan, did not get his troops into position until mid-afternoon. As the Longstreet attack column was getting in place, Union 3rd Corps Chief General Daniel Sickles advanced his troops off of Cemetery Ridge to take advantage of what he deemed to be ground better suited for defense. While General John B. Hood's men toiled in the Devil's Den and on Little Round Top, General Lafayette McLaws' division was rushing toward the salient of Sickles' position, a peach orchard on the east side of Emmitsburg Road, with General William Barksdale's brigade of Mississippians in the van. The Southerners smashed into Sickles' anemic battle line, causing the Yankees to bolt for the rear. Sickles attempted to stem the tide by feeding his regiments into the fray piecemeal, with disastrous results. With Sickles' men in full retreat, the confident Confederates drove on toward Cemetery Ridge.
I wanna be free, I wanna just live inside my Cadillac, that is my shit.
Just as twilight was bringing an end to the fighting on the Union left, General Robert S. Ewell had an assault on the opposite flank that was about to commence. A half an hour before sunset, the division of General Edward Allegheny Johnson began its long charge up the steep slopes of Culp's Hill. Opposing Johnson's 4,700 Confederates, roughly 1,600 New Yorkers under General George Sears Greene were charged with holding the extreme right flank of the Union Army and protecting its supply line, the Baltimore Pike. Under the light of a full moon, Johnson's men made their assault, only to run headlong into formidable breastworks erected by Greene's troops. General Maryland Stewart's brigade managed to outflank the Yankees, who merely fell back into another line or breastworks. Increasing darkness led to great confusion on both sides, and they blindly fed reinforcements into the fight. The battle for Culp's Hill would resume at daylight.
Let's go, man! We gotta make it to the top of the hill! We've been only working on this for 3 hours! God! We're only halfway up! F this, Mr. Mashinsky! Yeah, F your chicken strips. Hey, would you guys mind taking a break? We've been walking up that hill for like 3 hours. Give us a break, Jesus. Can we get some golfing in too?
See that swing, Davis.
Too much effort.
No, not this week.
Holy
Jesus!
We're taking on heavy fire, man. Let's get a video of us like, oh my God, can we take a break?
I need a churro.
Bryce, you alright?
I'm thirsty for a churro.
Thirsty. He's thirsty.
Stop, don't.
He's thirsty.
Where's my golf ball? No, don't break my golf ball, mate. No, I'm not. I broke it playing it.
What's up? What's up? Captain Morgan muffin. That's cut.
Soldiers would often take water breaks by nightfall, take a long rest from a hard day at war. Union and Confederate soldiers alike would meet up at the river and make conversation. Despite the difference in their side of the war.
Now when the sun come up, I'll be there to say what up in the morning. Brush my teeth, find that clip I've been looking for since last night. I feel so caught up in the bud. I float somehow in my bedroom. Turn around, see myself in the mirror. I guess I'm cool. And those happy thoughts in my head. I'm feeling like I'm Peter Pan. Minus the tights and the birds. Happy to see how far I've come to the same place. It began in my dreams, imagination. Perfectly at peace. So I'm moving along a bit higher. I'll be up a little way.
Pickett's charge. General Robert E. Lee concentrated his full strength against Major General George G. Meade's army of the Potomac at the Crossroads County seat of Gettysburg, at what would come to be known as the Battle of Gettysburg. Yeah, I like that. On July 1st, Confederate forces... Oh, there they go. Yep, that's them. Those are the Confederate forces. Where'd they go? There they are. There are the Confederate forces. There they are. On July 1st, Confederate forces converged on the town from west and north, driving Union defenders back through the streets to Cemetery Hill. During the night, reinforcements arrived for both sides. On July 2nd, Lee attempted to envelop the Federals, first striking the Union left flank, Peach Orchard, Wheatfield, Devil's Den, and the Round Tops with Longstreet and Hill's division. During the morning of July 3rd, the Confederate infantry were driven from their last toehold on Culp's Hill. In the afternoon, a preliminary artillery bombardment. After that, Lee attacked the Union center on Cemetery Ridge. On July 4th, Lee began withdrawing his army toward the Potomac River, thus concluding the Battle of Gettysburg. His trained wounded stretched more than 14 miles. Where's Davis? There he is.
Yo, my leg was wet.
Yo, get in the car, go. Go, get in the car, go. Drive away. Go, quick. Go, drive, Garrett, go. Back up. Keep going for it.
Give your sunglasses. Let's get a video coming back for him.
Alright. That's his way out. Alright, we're on our way back to get Davis.
Look for the homeless kid walking on the road.
Look for a small elementary-like boy. Is that him?
Hey.
There he is. Oh, he's mad. He is so mad. Davis, get in the car.
Let's go, Bob.
Please hang up and try again.
Hey, get in the car.
He's so salty right now. It's locked, buddy. Oh,
sorry,
God.
Davis.
You're a real asshole.
Oh, I'm not sorry at all.
I am smoking on that gas. Life should be on Cinemax. Movie. Bought my boo. Bigger tits and a bigger ass. Who he's not I smoke strong. That pop.
Wow. I really learned a lot about Gettysburg today. Me too. It was the high tide of Confederacy, and eventually it ended up turning the Confederates' backs so we can have a free nation today.
Such a long battle.
Do you know what the Civil War was really about?
Yeah.
What was it about?
Slaves.
Slaves, I know. Like, the Confederates wanted slaves, but the Northerners were like, no way, I'm not having that. So, basically, the North and the South fought each other for many years until the North won and we became a free nation again.
Yeah. After the Battle of Gettysburg, where both sides faced heavy casualties, Lincoln gave his Gettysburg Address in November. And this is how it goes.
87 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that battlefield as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives that the nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this, but in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note nor long remember that we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to that great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that causes for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. That we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that in this nation under God shall have a new freedom, a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from.
Yeah! How y'all doing out there? Alright, alright. Thank you for joining me this evening. How y'all feel? Cause I feel so awesome. How you feel? Awesome. I guess that's awesome. Shorty, you fine and your body is awesome. Wanna roll? Awesome. Well, let's go. Awesome. Yeah. Hands in the sky like AWE. Some call me awesome, some call me busy. Honeys call me awesome. Gator on my shirt, what did it look awesome? Jesus Christ, I'm good, please don't cross them. How rude. Stephanie's Hannah, you don't gotta watch me, but please watch your manners. And I be getting green so mean, Bruce Banner. Give the flow and presents, man, I'm the new Santa. And I'm saying Kansas where I'm staying. When niggas be bang banging like cops on the wings. And even through the hating and walls, they thought I'd stay in. Who you playing? I done went Super Saiyan, this
that off the glass, off the floor, off the board jam. We in the building, you wishing you had the floor plans. You just a doorman, doorman. Damn, I wish I had more hands. Now tell me what got two thumbs and knows how to spit rhymes. Two thumbs up, you gon' point them at this guy. Al Edison couldn't be this fly, so ask how I feel, and you know I reply like I feel so awesome. How you feel? Awesome. I guess that's awesome. Shorty, you fine and your body is awesome. Wanna roll? Awesome. Well, let's go. Awesome. Hands in the skylight.
History in the making, ain't you feeling it? Thief flow, they say I'm on some show stealing shit. My solo discography, I'm building it. Now every time you hit the